Okay, welcome to another episode. We're going to be doing a little review, preview type for this coming Sunday's Hell in a Cell. WWE will hold a Raw exclusive network special, if you want to call it. I don't know if we, like I keep saying, we can't call them pay-per-views anymore because it's not really pay-per-views. So I think we could. It's safe to say we could start calling them network specials. But Hell in a Cell, we've all come to have this image of Hell in a Cell from its the early inception from back in the late 90s, 97, 98. Who could forget the iconic and classic images of HBK and Undertaker in the very first Hell in a Cell? I mean, if you go on YouTube after the video, or you go back on go to the WWE Network if you have it. Who could forget the image of the Undertaker mashing HBK's face on the roof of the Hell in a Cell as the cameras zooming in on HBK's face, his bloodied face, and it's dripping blood dropping onto the camera. It was raining blood on the camera from HBK. That was really that's that was as gruesome as you get. And if you thought that was gruesome, they did themselves the year after when they had the Undertaker again versus Mankind, Mick Foley. Uh, that's become legendary now. If you go to the highlights and you see it's been ingrained in our mind now. If you're a wrestling fan for a while, of the Undertaker throwing Mankind off the roof of the cage. Mankind, sickening thud, as Jr. would put it. As he fell through the announce table, the match was unofficially stopped because they took Mick Foley off on a stretcher, but he refused because that was the attitude back then. No pun intended. As long as you're standing, you finish the match. So he returned. He went back, got off the stretcher. He climbed to the roof, and the Undertaker choke slammed him through the fence. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was a shoot. The fence gave out, and he almost died. Mankind. If the first fall didn't kill him, the second fall should have. So, and throughout the years, we've they set the bar very high from the beginning, and the closest we've seen to that, I thought the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar had a pretty damn good match, Hell in a Cell match in 2015. They both opened each other up the hard way. That's the thing. There's no. We have to realize. You have to realize we're in the PG era, and you could say, "Oh well, it's not. Forget the Attitude Era from the '90s. Stop living in the past." All right, I understand. I'm not saying you need blood or gore or whatever, or the performers have to put their lives at stake to have a great match. No, I'm not saying that, but that's what they promote the Hell in a Cell structure as the most evil, fearsome structure known to WWE. Come on, they keep see. That's what I'm saying. You say don't live in the past, but WWE keeps trying to promote the past. Why have Hell in a Cell if you're not going to have if you're just going to have a regular match just with a gimmick, a cage enclosing encompassing the ring? Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins a couple years ago, they had a very decent match, I thought. Well, maybe I think it was last year. I'm not sure. I get my years mixed up. But they had a decent match in Hell in a Cell, and there was no blood. The feud ended kind of crappy. They've never really ended their feud, but that was supposed to end the feud. But my point being is, it's a Hell in a Cell in the PG era is a contradiction. If you're promoting it as one of the most vicious matches, how could it be vicious in a PG with a PG rating? I don't know. But also the storylines on Raw, and I've talked about in my previous videos about how Raw has struggled in recent times, and the ratings have shown it. Uh, Compared to SmackDown, well, I've said SmackDown traditionally has the better in ring work. Like I said, if you want to blame it on Raw's third hour, I'll give you that. Raw has in recent times, well, actually, traditionally relied more on the storytelling, the entertainment aspect of the product. And again, if you want to use the third hours as a reason why, all right, I'll give it to you. They have to fill in a little bit more time than SmackDown, but not every week. And you have to, but just because you have to fill in time, it doesn't mean you have to have bad storylines or storylines that don't make no sense. And just look at the Raw the last few weeks, the last month. Chris Jericho has been carrying the show. He's been the focus of the show. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have nothing against Chris Jericho. I've been a fan of him since the beginning, since he debuted in WCW and even in the ECW when he had a quick little run there. But if you don't know, his band Fozzy is going to start touring in January. So Chris Jericho is on he's on limited, he's on borrowed time on Raw. He's going to be leaving soon to go tour with his band. And Raw he's been carrying Raw. I don't care how you want to spit it. He's been funny. I mean, not that they've been rolling the floor funny, but he's been the center of it. And I don't know. I guess you want to say Kevin Owens. A lot of fans have been saying he hasn't had that great of a run as champion. Well, why? Let's examine why. He gets booked as a chicken heel when he's really a kick-ass guy. He's a fighter. He's a prize fighter. So he's supposed to be a fighter who's brutal. He'll hurt you no matter what. He'll hurt you at no cost. He has no remorse. But on the same hand, he has gotten some rub from having Chris Jericho as his best friend in the storyline. It's been they've had good chemistry. But I mean, well, all right, I'm going to run through the matches real fast. I mean, I keep saying it's redundant to predict the actual matches of the pay per view because you really don't know what's going to happen. I don't even think they know what's going to happen. I'm sure they change the storyline, a lot of things in the script, the days leading up to it, or even that day. But the opening match, Cedric Alexander, Lince Dorado, and Sin Cara versus Tony Ness, Drew Gulak, and Daivari, who's coming back. I mean, this is your typical showcase match. Typical showcase kickoff match. It's to showcase new and old performers. If maybe one person, do we really care? We gonna be talking about this the next day? No. Then we have Bailey and Dana Brooke, and I'm going by WWE.com. Bailey, she's another one of those flavors of the week, of the month. Anybody in recent months, anybody who's come up from NXT has been the best thing since sliced bread, and now she is too. First it was Charlotte, then it was Becky Lynch, and now it's Bailey, and blah blah blah. And she's going up against Charlotte's henchwoman, bodyguard, Dana Brooke. And you saw the other day, they gave her an angle on Raw where she had an arm wrestling match, and reports are that they did that because she's inept in the ring. She's green. She can't go in the ring. She's just a big your typical stereotypical wrestling bodyguard who's just there as a presence, as a heater. That she has no skill in the ring at this time. So I see this as she'll probably get the quick advantage over Bailey in the beginning, and then Bailey will make a comeback and she'll win. I don't see Bailey losing to Dana Brooke, but then we move on to the tag team action. And is it me, or have they got away from the tag team division? It looked there for a while like the tag team division was coming back, and uh, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson coming from New Japan as vicious tag team of the Bullet Club. There was rumors they were going to team up with. They were going to reform the club, and they actually they did call them the club, but with Finn Balor and AJ Styles. But now we know it was just to sell shirts, just to sell shirts. They haven't had not one iota, not one scintilla of interest in getting Anderson and Gallows over in WWE. And Enzo and Big Cass, they've been popular. Their promos, it's sing along time. Their fans know their promo by heart. They chant it. They're over as far as that's concerned. But as I've said it time and time again, they can't wait fast enough to split these two up. They don't see anything in Enzo as far as in ring. They just see him as a hype man, and they see a lot in Big Cass. They see him as a potential major future star, main eventer, possibly the face of WWE someday, three years down the road. He's tall. He's got the long hair. He's got the muscles. He's pretty good on the mic, much better than Roman Reigns. And if he could go in the ring for 15, 20 minutes, yeah, why not? But what do we have to make of this match? Enzo and Cass, they're just known for their promos. They're 50-50 booking. They lose when you think they're going to win. They win when you think they're going to lose. Gallows and Anderson, they haven't done silch since they've been here. Yeah, they've faced New Day and for the championship. Come on, have we taken them? Have we taken them serious? See, WWE doesn't acknowledge anything outside of the WWE universe. They don't care about Japan. They tell you, the commentators tell you during the matches, it doesn't matter. Only WWE matters. Oh, that's fine, Danny. But a lot of fans, including myself, we know how awesome they were in New Japan. But WWE doesn't cater to people like us. They just cater to the casual fan, which has been my gripe. The casual fan is not what supports WWE. We do. It's a hardcore fan who makes videos like me and a lot of other people who keep watching their product, even though we're not happy with it, hoping for changes, hoping it'll get better, and who've been watching for a long time. But now we're nobodies now. You know who's important? Kids from 3 to 11 years old. Their mothers, who buy the merchandise. That's who they cater to. But I don't know. I want to say I don't want to give an outright prediction, but let's go over it. I could picture Anderson Gallows pinning Enzo and taking the win. Or I could picture Big Cass giving Anderson the big boot and covering him. I don't know. I'll predict Enzo and Big Cass for this. Does it really matter? Bad story teller. It's just another excuse for Enzo and Big Cass to come out there and hype up the crowd. And speaking of your tag team champions, the New Day, who I don't know why I don't get it. If you do, if you like them, if you think they're funny, if you think they're great, if you think they're the most entertaining part of the show, fine. I don't care. I'm not going to argue anymore. Uh, they've been the champions for over a year now. In my opinion, they've ruined the division, the tag team division. It's been about them. They hardly defend their title. It's all about merchandise. And look at the Sheamus and Cesaro. This is the typical WWE formula, typical wrestling formula. Uh, put together the odd couple tag team. Two guys who are either complete opposites of each other or don't like each other, and see what happens. Throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. We've seen this before. And I've said in my other video, I ranted about Sheamus and Cesaro's best of seven, how it ended. It ended in a draw. What if the World Series goes to Game 7, and in the seventh game, they're in the eighth inning, two players get hurt, and they end the game. There's no winner. It's a draw. I'm not saying wrestling is the same as the World Series, but it's they're gonna promote it as the best of seven, and they want you to suspend your belief, then come through to do something. The next night they just throw them together. Or we don't know. It ended in a draw, so we don't know what to do. So we're just gonna make you make you a tag team and see what happens. Oh, give me a break. And no, I don't see Sheamus and Cesaro winning this match. Something will happen. Something goofy will happen, and the New Day will come out winners. I think the New Day is going to hold the belt at least until after Survivor Series. I don't know, until the Royal Rumble. Who knows? Who knows? As long as fans keep reacting to them, they're going to hold the title. It's all about merchandise and Booty-O cereals. Give me a break. And then we'll move on to the Cruiserweight division. The newly formed Cruiserweight division, and we have WWE Cruiserweight Champion T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. And now they already had this match. Brian Kendrick, he's an old veteran. He's obviously there just to have a good match with T.J. Perkins, get him over. I highly doubt that Brian Kendrick's going to come out of this one as the champion. It makes no sense for him to come out of as champion. Let's just hope they put on a decent match so they could advance the Cruiserweight division. But yeah, if you're a betting man, put your money on Perkins. And then here we go. And then the next part of they're promoting this Hell in a Cell is a triple main event. It's 3 Hell in a Cell matches, and we have the U.S. champion Roman Reigns versus Rusev. Now, now you asked me why the hell should we care about this match? Why? WWE has done everything possible to make Rusev look like an absolute fool. And Lana, too. They've made her look like a fool in this, too. Go back and watch the segment with the wedding in the ring where Lana gets her face mushed into the cake. Where Roman does his bad Rock imitation. Because they don't know what to do with him. He gets booed. And this is why he's even the U.S. champion. Oh, if you buy that baloney with him failing the wellness policy, and that's why they pulled the plug on him. Bull. They pulled the plug on him as WWE champion and the face of the company because he was getting booed, booed, and booed loud and booed all over the place, every week, every day, 365. And again, you want to talk about copy and paste formula? WWE is. Does this remind you of last year's John Cena's U.S. champion reign? It wasn't feasible anymore in 2015 for John Cena to be WWE champion. So instead of making him the WWE champion, they made him the U.S. heavyweight champion. And just like Roman, where they fooled you or tried to fool a lot of the fans and try to give you a big cookie back in the summertime by making Roman Reigns go on a losing streak. And you go, wow, oh, ooh, Roman actually lost. Wow, he lost again? Oh my God, he lost 4 times? Wow, I think the WWE finally is listening to their fans. No, they're not listening to their fans. That was just an excuse to pull the plug on him and scale him back a little bit. A little bit. He's still invincible. That's why they hate him. That's why we hate him. I hate him. I can't stand to see this guy on TV any longer. I can't stand to see him talk. I can't stand to see him in the ring. He makes me sick. Everything about him. It's because the way he's booked. I can't stand his face. I can't stand the sound of his voice. And just like WWE did everything to make Rusev look like a fool, they do everything to make Roman Reigns look like a Superman, invincible. Make him look strong. Make him look strong. We heard that going back to the CM Punk shoot interview, where while he was trying to set up the match, somebody kept coming every 5 minutes to tell CM Punk to make Roman look strong. That's all they. Oh my God, that's all they care about is making him look strong. Well, you know what? You succeeded. You did a WWE. You did such a great job. Nobody cares anymore about him. You overkill. It's called overkill. He's so strong that now he's not believable. It's not believable anymore. We know he's gonna win. Okay, all right. Only problem is nobody's shared. Nobody cares about him. Now we're supposed to care about this match. In fact, this past week there was rumors that after Raw went off the air, they had a match between Roman Reigns and Rusev, and guess who won? Roman Reigns. So why should I care about this match? Do I actually have? I'm going to be on the. Do you actually think I'm going to be on the edge of my seat, thinking that Rusev is going to win this match? Don't make me laugh. Keep him strong. Make him the champion. Keep the US belt on him for the next until he retires. I don't care. Then we have the WWE Universal Championship between Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. We talked about Kevin Owens, and again, a lot of fans have complained about him having a weak run or not as good a run as they expected. Well, what do you expect when he's being booked as a chicken champion, where every seed is him running up the ramp, running away from Seth Rollins? Another guy who, again, WWE thinks you're stupid, thinks you can't remember. People don't remember last year, 2015, when Seth Rollins was the WWE champion. He was running up the ramp. He accuses Kevin Owens of having everything handed to him, having the belt handed to him. Oh well, when he was Seth Rollins last year, he did the same thing. He was part of the authority. They handed him everything. They handed him a match on a silver platter. He had all the advantages until he got hurt. And the stupid storyline with Seth Rollins and Stephanie. Seth Rollins blames Stephanie for setting him up, being in collusion with Triple H. She says, "I don't know. I didn't know that was going to happen." Where's Triple H in all this? Is he going to get involved? Are they going to advance the storyline? I don't even think so, because it makes no sense for him to get involved. We have Survivor Series coming up next month. They're going to do the 5-on-5, the 5 best from Raw versus the 5 best from SmackDown. I don't know. Anything's possible. But I think Sunday would be a good time to inject Triple H back into the feud, into the storyline against Seth Rollins. Don't you? But I don't see Kevin Owens coming out of this. I think, personally, I thought they should have made this a triple threat match with Chris Jericho involved. What do I know? I think Kevin Owens somehow, some way will come out of this as champion, retain his championship. Well, hopefully, at least they'll put on a decent match. That's all you can hope for, is they put on a decent match together, which I think they're both more than capable of doing. And then the new twist to Hell in a Cell We talked about at the beginning of the of this episode how the early inception of Hell in a Cell with the Undertaker and the blood and guts and people getting bloodied and thrown off the roof and getting crippled. And here we are in 2016. We have two females in the Hell in a Cell. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the females, not these two females anyway. I think it's great. I think their matches have been great. I think they've stolen the show on every card they've been on since summertime. I'm not saying they have 5-star classic matches, but I think they're performing better than ever. And let me tell you, Charlotte, I'm very impressed with her on the mic. In recent months, she has found herself. But boy, I think she's really found herself on the mic. She's gone to she's upped it. She makes it believable. I think she's better than 80% of the roster. She's 1,000 times better than Roman Reigns on the mic. 1,000. No, make it 1,000,000 times better than Roman Reigns on the mic. Roman Reigns in his dreams wishes he could cut one promo like Charlotte. And as far as in ring, they have chemistry. These two, Sasha Banks and Charlotte, have chemistry in the ring together. They have great matches. Now, are they going to do something? Are they going to? Is the Hell in a Cell just going to be a gimmick where it's just going to encompass the ring, or are they going to actually use the Hell in a Cell? Are they going to climb to the top? Could you imagine that? Both seeing two females climb to the top of the Hell in a Cell structure? That would be interesting. And who knows? Maybe Ric Flair could slip Charlotte a razor blade, and then we could see some color. We could see some blood. No, I doubt it. I mean, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think that's the last thing in the world I think we'll see in this match is blood, unless somebody gets opened up the hard way. But I think Vince McMahon would freak out if he saw a woman performer bleeding. But I expect us to steal the show again. I think it's a new twist. It's something new, and I think these two performers are more than capable of stealing the show again. And as far as winning, I think maybe Charlotte Flair might come out of this as champion. It would make sense right now for Charlotte to win. I think Sasha Banks will get her WrestleMania moment, but it's surprising. But this is the match I'm most looking forward to, and I'm sure some of you are. I'm sure a lot of you are, but it's an indication of today's era. But and then before we close out, I wanted to since I put possible storyline possible future storylines of already stars. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. We saw this week the promo. I've said in my previous video. I thought Goldberg coming back. This was just all about promoting the game, the 2K17 game, where Goldberg is a character in it. The last time, I think the one and only time they Goldberg and Lesnar had a match was WrestleMania. Over 12 years ago, 12 years ago, and they were both leaving. They were both at the end of their contracts. The match was horrible. The fans crapped on it, and now here we are. It's 2016. Goldberg is over 50 years old. He hasn't wrestled, and I don't want to hear, oh, he's been in made a couple appearances. Yeah, I saw him a couple years ago in a match in Citi Field. It was an independent match with Rob Van Dam versus Scott Steiner, and Goldberg came out to save Rob Van Dam. He speared two people. That's not the same as being in a match, in a WWE match, and especially against Brock Lesnar. And do you really think? Ask yourself: do you really think they are going to let Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar? No way! No way! It's never going to happen. Not after all this time and investment they have put into building up Brock Lesnar as this unbeatable beast, indestructible beast. So I don't know. It's I really don't know. It's a rumor is they're gonna have a match at Survivor Series. We'll see. If you saw the promo by Paul Heyman this past Monday on Raw, you were talking about great promo works. Paul Heyman is that, and that was a fail. WWE wants to portray Brock Lesnar in his hometown as the heel in this, and no matter how hard Paul Heyman tried to get the crowd to chant Goldberg, Goldberg, you know what the crowd chanted? Goldberg sucks. Goldberg sucks. The promo was such a bomb, was such a fail that they abruptly ended it by playing Brock Lesnar's music, signaling to Paul Heyman to end the segment. And Paul Heyman, if you saw, he just threw the mic because he knew. So now there's the number one. The crowd, if you want to say it was because it was Brock's hometown, okay, we'll give it a pass this week. Nobody was behind Goldberg. They're chanting Goldberg sucks. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the subscribers so far. If you are watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I've been a little busy, but my schedule will be opening up, and I'm going to be making more videos. So thank you and have a good night.